Come on, game. Here we go. Oh. Whole ass anime opening. Oh my goodness. Dang, it's one of those that's gonna keep. I think when I click out, it's gonna close. Yeah. But I still have my music on in the background. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love you, Colonel Sanders. Finger licking good. Let me check those settings out. Because I know it looked like the music was a bit loud. I probably could have just turned down the master volume, but you know. New game, new game. Oh, let me get a bit of water first, because I know there is no voice acting in this. Ooh, let's go. Will he show me his 11 herbs and spices? Oh, before we get started, tell us your name. Oh. It's all caps lock, okay. Ezapael. All I know is Colonel Sanders is getting a southern accent like he should. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Oh my god. Or you could wake up now. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. I would love to, but we gotta go to school. Is that BTS? Looking at the background. Smack that clock. Up and at 'em. Laying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. You'll need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. I feel like I gotta lock in. Like, we're going to school. Yeah, oh my gosh. The clock sounding like that, I would strangle it. Real talk, I would have thrown it out the window and went back to bed. but we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. We're taking school seriously. I better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. Okay. Looking at the background. Looks like play a little tennis. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth, brush, hair, combed, pits, deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. I know I also was like puh with those P's. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Biscuits. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Oh, she's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Oh, what are we doing for her? I was about to commit, and I was like, no. Good morning, Ezapael. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Oh, don't cry. Classic Miriam. Raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ah, nepotism. Ever since we were little babies playing together, and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Oh my goodness. Culinary school with a 3-day only semester? Bruh. Wild shit. Yeah, 3 days. Shee! Gotta cram it all in. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Oh, sweet, sweet Miriam. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Change the... Ooh, school gossip. Ooh, the chisme. Ooh. But also, I'm gonna pep talk. It's gonna be okay, Miriam. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? You mean the tower and death? I'm assuming the second one is death. It could, the red suit could be anyone. But I'm assuming it's the tower and death, and yeah, it depends on if you got those cards upright or not. Because they could be bad cards, but they can also be good cards. I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. I was just about to ask if she cut them herself. Oh. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yes, Miriam. Yes, we can. You can definitely believe it. Believe it. I cannot believe it. Don't lie to your bestie. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. My arch rival? Okay, I know this is supposed to be about Colonel Sanders. Yeah, I'm supposed to be, like, seducing and romancing him, but, like, we all love a good enemies to lovers story, right? What if enemies to lovers and we team up against Colonel Sanders to steal his secret recipe? There you go. Success. And Miriam too, why not? Because I also love childhood friends to lovers stories too. So, like, hey. Colonel Sanders, who? Barely know him. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. Yeah, the Squidward. Oh no, she's hot. You leave Ezapael shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to it to make herself feel better than everyone. That's, I'm gonna say it, that's some white people shit. When you spell your name like that. Ashley. It's Ashley. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. Van the Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Ahem, Van. You rang. Straight out of JoJo. Oh no, a himbo. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. They're Team Rocket. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now. I really don't even know what voice I want to stick with for Van. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off. So you resist the urge. The bib apron. I wonder what his stand is. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. Ken? Sorry, that's for my people that played my Candy Love growing up. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Did he just fart? Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. Don't. Please don't. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. And his name tag clearly says Bob. But I guess he's reading it upside down? Hi, Pop. I'm Ezapael. So... Are you gonna make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me or is he kind of cute? Miriam, no. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable! Oh, Sprinkles! Oh, I have to give a voice to Sprinkles? Yeah, Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. Oh my stars. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. Maybe you're my love. It's him. It's my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence. Harland. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to beat across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be a sweaty sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pits? Wow, the insults in this. Melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Ezapael sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Yeah, I'll take a moment to clean myself up. I don't want to be looking like I've been, simmering in grease all day. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there may even be really adorable tiny food. And when all this shit is done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. I can't do more voices. I only have so many. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss. Quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast pace out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? It's my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Aww. Even Clink made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Does it work? The class bursts into laughter. Oh, yeah. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in Sprinkle walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Don't, I was just sweating. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. Dang. Thanks, Professor Dog. Ugh, my nose. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Beef treat, rubber ball, chicken snack. Look, this is a KFC dating sim. I feel like I gotta give him the chicken snack. That's what I'm thinking. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. Heck yeah. His favorite. Well. I think there might be some competition for new star students. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Ick. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they want to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. You know what I love? And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna admit it right here, right now. I am sick and tired of all the games with cats. Yes, I play them, but I want more dogs and games. Give me the dog propaganda. I'm a dog person. I love kitty cats too, don't get me wrong. But more doggos. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibility of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Oh, don't make me choose.
Hey, Ezapael, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me. If you're interested. You're gonna have me choose between my bestie and Colonel Sanders. How dare you? How dare you? No. I was like, yeah. I'm gonna stay besties. Like, I'm gonna be a good best friend. And now they're just like, hey, are you gonna let a man get between you and your best friend? Game, you can have both. You can have both. Yeah, 2 hands. Every time. 2 hands. I've got 2 hands. But one of those hands is supposed to be reserved for Ashley. Ashley. I can sit next to my bestie and still romance Colonel Sanders. I'll give him little looks. You move to take your seat by Miriam.
I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class.
Of course, you're my best friend. Where else would I sit by? Who else? Colonel Sanders? He has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. Oh, I was reading my own voice.
Colonel Sanders, he has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better.
You know, I still have the rest of the day. 2 more days. I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days, and that's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Drink fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
Yeah, a pop quiz about me.
This incredibly important and surprising short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. I have to do pop quizzes? Bro.
If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking?
Depends. Extremely. Looking at you. Doesn't matter at all. You always wash your hands before cooking. And wash them again after handling raw meat. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to a slam dunk. Night vision. A chicken is to night vision goggles. A feather. A feather is part of a chicken. Tree is part of a forest. That's right.
What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created?
A comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, a spork. As much as I want to say a comically oversized fork, I know it's actually not efficient because it's too big. We all know it's the spork. I love me a good spork. And that's alright. Oh, there's more. I thought three's charm.
What fruit is best for a broken heart?
Aw, anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat? A pancake that looks like a silly... Okay. Hold up. Best food for a broken heart. A pancake that looks like a silly face is legit. Okay, look. Don't start with the utensil. The utensil debate. I am team spork. You can have your knife. Actually, you know what? If I'm gonna be true, spoons actually are the best. I like sporks, but I do like using spoons for everything. If I have the choice. Because it's like a fork and knife to cut something? Nah. A spoon cuts it just fine. Now you just have to use one. Yeah. Hands grip, shake, agree on spoon. A spoon can do it all. And it can pick up my stuff. Like I don't need a fork or spork or knife to like stab into. No, I cut it with the side of the spoon and I scoop it all up. So you know what? Yeah, spoons. That's where it's at. But back to food that is best for a broken heart. A pancake with a silly face mends all wounds. But I think the answer might be anything as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt. But then he might be like, what are you talking about? It's a pancake, silly. Oh, okay, that was right. Is Sprinkle a good boy? How dare, why would you say no? Yes, he's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. I know that's right. Your total score is a perfect 5 out of 5. Aww. Wow. Be honest. Did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. See, I didn't even need to sit next to him. I didn't need to sit next to him. He was impressed by my mind. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Yep. Success. Success. Hot diggity, Ezapael. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch.
Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? I basically gave Pop and Professor Dog like the same voice, and I'm not even sorry. No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But
Shush.
Lunch. She said shush. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. That looks so good. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. His face. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender.
You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. Get away, be gone, thought. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any. I'll take his. Whoa, hold on, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and acts unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. We're locking in. We're getting those 11 herbs and spices. Insert food war scene, yeah. Clothes everywhere. Shink. I would love to savor the moment, but no. I'm focusing. I'm locking in. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe. Pepper? Too obvious. Oregano, basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark. Something spicy. You dig deeper. 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 Yes, even deeper still. Until you find it. Could it be beep? He really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use beep. I love that it's bleeped out. You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Little tucks hair behind ear. Little radio rebel. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, wonder if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? His face. How bold to come out and ask. What is that cane? What is that chicken cane? That's... It's an idea I have for a new combination of flavors that'll make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'm willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. His magical girl staff. Pretty boring for a magical girl staff. But it's okay. He's a man of simplicity because all that detail goes into the chicken. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aww.
You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use beep. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Beep? Wow. You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. So I got 2. I got 2 ingredients so far. And beep definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before, so now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe. But you don't tell the Colonel Sanders that. I'ma steal his business idea. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings, I think about how my story will continue after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that.
Oh my goodness, my nose is itchy.
Oh. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest, but thoughtful. Ooh. I don't want to neg him. And I feel like suggesting to add an additional ingredient, he'll be like, hello, this is my grandmother, taught me this one ingredient, and now you want me to add other stuff? Ugh, that's not his vision. Gotta keep it modest. Modest but thoughtful. I saw those hearts. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Ezapael. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. Next lesson's about to start soon. Oh, my nosy. Un momento. Let me take my meds real quick before I forget. Because I know if I start this next part, I'm probably gonna absolutely forget. Ooh, a little more water. Ugh, that did not go down well. Ugh. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lessons will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need.
Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally we get to show our stuff.
I wanted to say show off.
Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lessons, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. They're going to continue to make me choose between her and Colonel Sanders. The disrespect. But I'm going to stick by my bestie's side and then flirt with the boy after class. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. What? I just betrayed her and I didn't even get a chance? I didn't even get a chance to pick her? Stop. Don't. That's gonna be the beginning. This is gonna be her villain origin story. Because I betrayed her and didn't stay with her through the semester. Yeah, it's forcing my romance. I can't have a nice 3-day slow burn with him. Hey, Colonel. Would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Aw.
Sure, Ezapael. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Miriam.
Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Biz. Oh my, two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Okay. So here's the thing. I personally may not like pop. But Miriam did express interest. She did think that he was cute. So even though I think he's a hot mess, maybe I should wingman her and partner her up with Pop. But Clank is literally a kitchen appliance. And I think if they partner up, it'll be more successful. I'll be lining her up for success. So I feel like here it's like, do I want her to find romance or for her to find success? I was like, can I save and then save scum? I was like, maybe I can save, and if I didn't like the result, I could just back it up. Oh. Because my first thought was Clank, but then I was like, dang it, she does kind of think that Pop is cute. Oh, my heart said Clank, but oof. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Oh, sad robot. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef. He holds up a banana and, without peeling it, proudly eats the entire thing. Pop, don't make me regret this, please. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out.
I love your enthusiasm, Pop.
She looks at you like, really? This kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. Don't! No, I knew I should have set her up for success. I was trying to set her up for love, and now's not the time. The kitchen is not a place for romance. Ugh. Oh, I feel so bad. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, and you don't need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. No, for real! This is gonna be her villain arc. That's what I'm saying. First, I betray her by not being her partner, and then I set her up with that. Oh, man. Day 3, she's gonna be coming for me. Which dish do you suggest? Your mother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Okay, it might be metagaming a bit to be like, hey, mashed potatoes and gravy is like, you know, a KFC side item, side dish. But also the fact that we know that his grandmother, great grandmother, oh god, I already forgot who it was. That like, you know, that he mentioned, he's a home cooking guy. Family recipes. Gotta impress him with the simple meal with a lot of good flavor. Yeah! Yeah! I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please. Let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Oh, wow. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Oh, like you don't? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your finger off my man. Oh, Van. Did someone call for me? Ugh, no. Jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Ezapael's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That's the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like Ezapael was struggling, so he offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get to my level. Ha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. This music in the back is so intense. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we can cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. I need to sneeze real quick. Oh, I do not know what in the world is irritating my nose. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Yes. You know what? That'd be a good ending. Yep. I get with Ashley. Van Van can have Colonel. I want to turn to Miriam, but I'm a little afraid that she'll be a little distracted because she'll be busy trying to babysit Pop. Or she might be mad at me. But it's a true test of our friendship. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Let's go!
Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them.
I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving.
Leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken.
Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Ezapael is my partner for today's activities. Don't talk to my bestie like that, Colonel. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mash texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well, while your attention was elsewhere. That is amazing. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. You know what else would be amazing smothered in gravy? I mean, gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Oh? Oh? Little CG. Colonel Sanders holds a spork. It could have been a spoon, sir. Colonel Sanders holds the spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Van Van, do something, do something.
Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity?
Hold on right there, Ezapael. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you.
If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
I mean,
eat it wherever it lands. Can I have potato fish? Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Ooh. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme shelf ancestors. Dang. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. Oh no! It killed him! Everyone step back, don't take another bite. Oh no. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poison of all kinds. Wow. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Oh, hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. Sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night. Oh, the pretty music. The school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark, and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Ooh, 1 second. I'm going to up the music just a little. Oh. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders. Yes, Ezapael. There's something I need to tell you. Oh, ruining the moment. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Ah, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since then, I have been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting lots of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up, I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him, we're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. What? There's... What? The spork monster is here to fight a I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level? What is this game, man? Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? What? Excuse me? Oh, I'm attacking. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? There's only one. I'm a cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Well, you know, I can't see a health bar for either of us either. I guess defend? You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation? You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure. You do you. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. No! They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? We're attacking. Full attack. I'm cooking with some more love. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Dang it. Dang it. But I don't have a heal. Nothing. Is this a scripted failure? You decide to defend. Which defense? Ooh, buff up, buff up. No one can control this much buffness. You start to feel bloated and, quite frankly, a little gassy. You better attack soon or you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. Chow down, baby. Chow down does 2 damage. A powerful blow. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pop, pop, power pinch. Also, little chest. Little bit of chest. I will say I'm a little surprised I didn't give him chest hair too. Just saying. Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him. Spare this wretched beast. Also the fact that this is an official KFC game. I remember thinking that this was a fan game and I was like, no. It was actually produced by KFC. So yeah. The fact that all this got approved, I love it. I feel like I have to spare him. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. I thought Colonel Sanders might like me more if I spared the beast. Because he was like, oh man, what a good heart you have. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. Is this the start of my villain arc? Because that looks like a cursed spell book. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Oh, in my room? The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there. Instructing your love dreams are weird. Oh, even ghost students there. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used beep. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? And it's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Let me drink water. Oof. Alrighty, Miriam.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Pop.
Ooh. Like him? Like?
I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Miriam, you got something to tell me? You got something to say? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why'd he tell me about one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden while I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home.
Miriam, no. No.
He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Yeah, spices.
Whatever. Anywho, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about your new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone.
Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Ooh. Oof. I can't reveal the secret ingredients to her. I can't do it. I'm so sorry, bestie. But this one stays with me. I have to overthrow the KFC. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion. But what can you do?
Eye of Newt. Wow.
Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. Stop. I know, I'm just slowly turning her into a villain by lying to her, going behind her back, betraying her. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. See? It was good. I lied. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms petals fill the air. Oh my. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Run to him. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. I feel like if I run to him, I might spook the horse. And I don't want to spook the horse. So it's okay. I'll play it cool. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. Oh no. No! What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Miriam, my heart forever belongs to you.
Oh, Ezapael just gets really nervous around people they like.
What? This is not helping.
I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it.
She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. Dang, I should have ran to him. But it's okay. No! No, you're right! She's already a villain! She's already a villain! She's the true rival. Ashley's trying to ruin the two of us so that she can have Colonel Sanders to herself. But Miriam's trying to ruin us because she wants me to herself. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting receipts bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you make a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
Aw, she called me honey. Tell them to stop acting mature. Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. Oof. Oof. Tell them to stop acting mature. I'm gonna act like I'm not interested, and then try to sneak a peek. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. No! You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them.
Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules?
I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you.
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after you encountered with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back.
I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret.
You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing.
Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Ooh. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz, womp.
Who do you think you're talking to? I've never seen such language, not even from a stand mixer.
Womp womp. Oh, no, your mother was a stand mixer. Oh, wort. Bzz. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse. Right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. Oh, Professor. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. No, I could have learned another secret ingredient. Probably, maybe. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Ezapael? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, a dog biscuit. Oh no. Oh no. I wasn't paying attention during class. I have no clue what might be going on. But I want to go for that pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. Let's go. Let's go. Let me discover another. My friend. Ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry. I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy. This is gonna make me actually cough. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh no! Oh man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. What was the prophecy? That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should have paid better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. I messed up. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. Okay, before I continue, quick potty break. Quick potty break. I'm not even gonna change the screen. I'm back. I'm gonna take a quick munch. Because honestly, all this talk of spice has made me hungry. So quick little mini cookie for me. Alrighty.
Back to it.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim.
That's perfect.
I had waffles. Because I wasn't like terribly hungry for dinner, and I was like, I'll just make a simple waffle with some strawberry jam. And your rivals entered to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared
via timed competitive cook-off.
The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Oh, where's my mouse? Where'd my mouse go? Oh, there it is. Step up and tell them you're on. It's a culinary school. They're on. Part of me feels like they really do need their own Team Rocket motto. They're all posing and everything. Part of me is like, no, stop wasting everyone's time. Because, you know, Colonel Sanders wouldn't care. But I'm also like, no, they're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not a fool. You're the fool, fool.
Yay, he did like the fact that I did the competition.
Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Ezapael. I'll be watching your performance. I gotta win. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness, no? Now, students, please shuttle down. This is a lunchroom, not the sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Ow. I stand corrected. The hard way builds... What? My brain was like, what? The hard way builds solidly, a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message leads you to victory.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself.
Oh. Okay. Competition villain music. Yeah, now it's official with the timer. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravies on day 1. And you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Not QTEs. Temperature does water boil at? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Celsius? Oh, I was like, no, I know it's above, like, Fahrenheit's higher than 100%, 100 degrees Celsius. Oh gosh, I gotta use my little bit of culinary knowledge. Ooh. That's right, but how would you have ever gotten to this school without knowing that? Oh, I'm so nervous. I gotta impress the colonel. Winner gets to rub my furry belly. That enticing offer motivates you. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say? 11. 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Is there a way for me to know all 11 spices by this point? If there is, oh my gosh. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance, trust, gratitude. Timers stress me out. That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? Small town where big dreams, the shoulder of Orion, deep beneath the surface of the Pacific. No! 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 I was gonna pick a small town! Oh, I didn't read fast enough. No! This is a horrible time to start forgetting important things. No! No! I was doing so good. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? Silence? That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Ezapael. And I need to believe in myself. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. No, we got this. No! Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. Y'all, I don't think I'm supposed to fall in love with him. I think this was a trap from the beginning. I was supposed to seduce him and he seduced me instead. And now I'm getting distracted and I can't cook. I came here to culinary school to be a world-renowned chef. And he's distracting me from that. Ugh. Men. How many spoonfuls of gravy? Colonel Sanders' face looking, oh no! No! It didn't matter. All the answers were like, how many spoonfuls of gravy was the question? And all the answers like, Colonel Sanders on the back of a horse, Colonel Sanders running through a field. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Grr. You're stranded on a desert island with only one desert. You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? A fun fact to know the difference of how to spell desert and dessert is desert has one S because you never want to go there a second time, and dessert is two S's because you always want seconds when the dessert's really good. You're right. I gotta get my head in the game. Wildcats. What a hunk. No. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focusing on a challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, oh, you and Colonel. No! You and Colonel's walking along the beach! I didn't even read the question. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. I think that's literally what's happening. I'm so in love with Colonel Sanders I'm distracted from the true purpose. You're really struggling to keep up. No! At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish as colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. There's no love in the stand mixer. You gotta hand mix that.
Oh, yikes. Zip it. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Oh, Colonel Sanders is gonna be so disappointed in me. I started off so good. Work. You might not have any hands, but Ezapael does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. No! When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixture to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Ezapael, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Oh, this is getting so intense. This is so much more intense. Ugh. Colonel Sanders shakes his head. This is terrible. What you often find is that easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on.
Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Ezapael's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose I should at least tell us what you prepared.
Oh, well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence.
That does look really good, though.
I was going to ask Ezapael to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand.
Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Damn. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you.
As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Ooh! 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 I don't know. Now I feel like all the stuff that I've been doing has been bad. Internalize it. Put myself in between them. Get my man. Or wait and seethe. You know what? I've been playing hard to get too much. I've been like, no, don't approach him. Let him approach me. Today I'm gonna do it. I'll get in between them. You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. No! No! Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. No, I upset him! This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. No. 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 I started off so well. Game over. Yeah, let's run that back. What the fuck? Game over. All because I cleaned his mustache. Oh god, what point is it gonna put me at? Oh my god, all the way back to the beginning of this. I'm not gonna reread, I'm just gonna speed through. But the fact that I have to go back through the competition, I thought it would just be like, oh, last choice. You're on. Okay, I need to not speed through too much that I fuck up the answers though. Like a diamond. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Boil water. 100 degrees Celsius. I get to rub his belly if I win. 11 spices. Now you've got some basic steps going. It's time to elevate your craft. Gratitude. They're rooting for me. Ashley's stronger and faster, but I can do this. Where did I come from? Small town where big dreams are born. That's right, this is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise, focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence. That's right, when you taste your cooking, you will be so taken that they're unable to speak. He believes in me. He's cheering me on. But now I forget what I'm doing, and I'm distracted. Him blowing me a kiss. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Stranded on a deserted island. Us riding together in a gondola. At the next station over. Oh, I put it in the stand mixer. And he's disappointed in me. My hand crushes. And he shakes his hand in shame. Yes, I know there's a skip button up here. I do not care. I want to skip at my own pace. Okay, we're gonna internalize the rage. I'm gonna keep going the way I was going. And not try to change things. Internalize it. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run from the quad to be alone. It's fine. It's fine. Just embarrass myself more. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Okay, Marinette, chill, calm down. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. Is he here to cheer me up? I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. What? I'm not fit to fill your fryer. Oof. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. 'Cause baby, you were born this way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. That's an eye doctor. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours of labor or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. Yeah, the trauma dump. No, it's backstory. We only have the rest of today and then tomorrow and the semester's over. We need the lore dump. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. A new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Pop, why you gotta ruin it? Yay. With the music and everything in the back. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the spork monster. Borko? It is I know I should have went back in after the whole fright to death thing. Maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just want to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know you're strong and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever. What? But I was still a student until one day some mean kids with the magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. Magic spellbook? Precisely, I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. Dang, but what if? No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. Let me have my villain arc, man. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Ezapael, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Ooh, his hideaway. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Oh my gosh, no. The picture in the back, his little baby picture, drumstick in the hand, and he has the freaking goatee. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. What? It does? He literally only has like 3 pictures. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? Ooh. Well, I feel like because he told me one of the secret spices, I should reciprocate and tell him what my idea is. But also I could be a little shit and keep it a secret, but I trust him, I guess. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment and steal my recipe. And steal my recipe? You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. I kind of don't trust him anymore, y'all. You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping. Also, I know coleslaw can be like pretty decisive. I feel like it's one of those where you either love it or you hate it. I like coleslaw. I do enjoy coleslaw. But man, I've had some nasty coleslaw. I like when it's a bit on the sweeter side. But when it's just like bland and super peppery, I'm like, ugh. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Will that give me the rest of the spices? Potentially, maybe. We'll just go left to right. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. Oh, I guess I should have gone right to left. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. I really should have went right to left and gotten this secret recipe last. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Ew. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Raw chicken is not good for you. An adorable little baby boy crawls around the floor. From the goatee and the mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be the Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices? Oh. It just opened up to me? No, we're doing the rest and then we'll do that. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. That's not going on in this photo. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. The urn. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." It's like Squidward at the cemetery and the headstone being like my hopes and dreams. Poor guy. Tell me more about this. Oh my god. Blech. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? No. It's one of the secret ingredients. It's beep. Heck yeah, I got another secret ingredient. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy. Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Oh, that's not more. Okay. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could tell you my name right now. It's... Can you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept with the breeze. Anything else? Okay, I guess that was the last. In that door we go. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, oof, got caught. You hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket.
Aww.
Oh! I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh! Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment and make a big move. You tail him. You're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. Never, never. I can never tell that I was snooping and looking for his secret recipe. I feel like I gotta make a big move. You know, if I fail, I fail. Dang it. Dang it. Whoa, 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 this isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying. No! You said Colonel Sanders dating sim. I was gonna make a big move. But still, game over. The disrespect. You call this a dating sim? If I can't make a move on him... No, I'm all the way back here. Oh. Eh. Oh my god, I have to click through all this stuff again. I revealed it. He loved my coleslaw. Let me get that secret ingredient of beep. So the fact is the ghost student isn't popping up this time. I'm wondering if that's like a secret ending. Okay, this time I won't make a move on him. Dating sim my booty. If I don't even get to smooch him, it's a visual novel at that point. Okay, so I can't make a big move. I refuse to fess up and tell him that I was snooping around. I gotta tell him I was cold. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. Okay, we're back on track. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Excuse me? We only got one more day of the semester, girl. Come on. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Ezapael. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Do I fall asleep in his arms? Do I fall asleep in his arms? Dream sequence! Oh. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to the Colonel Sanders? Only time will tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you learned about. Beep! In some jurisdictions, beep isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg. Flatter him. I'll flatter the man. Look at those hearts. Ugh. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window, longingly. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you! Miriam! Miriam's gonna...
Where have you been?
I totally wasn't sleeping at the Colonel's place.
Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school. I went on a date. Miriam! Yay!
I think I can believe that.
Since I've been partnered with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl.
You tell him, Miriam.
But he was just so interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say shush house? As if that's a thing people just say? What is that even referring to?
And now I'm not sure really where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Is there an option where if I wasn't a good friend to her, that she would not support me at this moment? Because that's what it feels like. Together with you, bestie, you feel like you can do anything. I think so. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. Yeah, if I paired her with Clank, if I didn't sit with her, like, at the beginning, it had, like, just totally ignored her, didn't go to her for help during the competition. Oh, so many opportunities. What's your swirly? Sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Here. Sprinkles is a dog with a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You got some nerve, Ezapael, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. It doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever.
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Ezapael, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fine form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her?
But what about my flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? Wink, 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 wink.
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Ezapael, I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Ezapael. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you received yesterday and start flipping through the pages. No!
Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. But if you forget him, will you forget the spices?
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger.
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Cast the forbidden spell or don't do it after all. Gonna drink some water while I think that over. Like, I think things are going pretty well with the Colonel. He doesn't like cheaters. And a good chef would never cheat. I'll leave my villain arc for another day. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Hehe, villain playthrough next. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkle turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. Ahem. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Ezapael, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Oh no. Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I have to cough. I think Sprinkles' voice irritates my throat. Oof. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble, now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his, creation behind and runs out of the room. That is... oof. That's rough, buddy. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over their final day of school. They literally lasted not even a day. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't distract from what lies ahead, the final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. Literally speed run a full college semester. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. You duller. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Ezapael's famous chicken pot pie. Hell yeah! After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Ezapael, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry. But the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires. But that decision gets hard to stick to when... That's what I'm saying! I was like, I don't want him to steal my recipes. The oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it, like there is no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. I'ma fess up. I won't fess up about, trying to steal his recipes. But I'll fess up about my practice dish. The hearts. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. I'ma risk it all. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. With an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably stop burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, that looks so good. That one legitimately makes me so hungry right now. Holy crap. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. But there's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. No, for reals, I'm like, whew. I might just have to have a pot pie after this. Sprinkle lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. Aw, yeah, battle music, let's go. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. That sounds delicious. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Aww, best friend Baster Blaster. Baster Blaster. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Looks rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Oh, wait. When did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. He mustn't let it happen, or the adrenaline uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You're so right. Yeah, the genre shift over to shonen. You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? I've said no once. No. No. This ain't the villain run. We're gonna be a true master chef. Yeah. Not even low-key yes. High-key yes, I want to cast that spell. But we gotta stay true. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Ezapael. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Ezapael, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here chewing... If you're here chewing... If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Heck yeah! The power of friendship. True shonen genre. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? No, Miriam. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition? Love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids in your culinary school. It's really impressed me. Mind if I hang out? Sorry, Steve, but I'm kinda in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the spork monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross the magical items and accidentally summoned me. Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? Love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel the spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. Understand, it's kind of like that time in monster school that I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Give up and drop out of culinary school. Game over. I'll never catch up. But no. Summon the extra power from deep within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, Ezapael, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Ezapael. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. Fuck yeah. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. Ah! All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up. So you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What'll happen to you? What about the rules? There are no rules. Oh? Following the rules had never really been my thing. I'll follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop, hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that one out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup.
That's so cute. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny narutomaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting
just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish which as much loved poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Ezapael, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar. Wow. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines for a second different colored type of urchin? Yeah, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this, it keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could have made it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkle graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk, it's overrich. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. It looks really pretty.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Ezapael? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it. And did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insist it, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt this sugar spiral. If your food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Ha! Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. Hugh and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. Two chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese had become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. You know, I always wanted to try this meal when it came out. I never did. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me dish shang and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. Oh, wow. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everybody gets a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. Yo! DJ Jog is in the house! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh my god, casual clothes? Oh, Ashley, you're looking beautiful as ever. Also, Van with the short shorts and the side boob. Oh. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation is clearly written in your school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone's Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Oh, Miriam! She's so cute! Her outfit is so cute! Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. I wanna cosplay that outfit. That's so cute. Oh! A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? Oh, it's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop.
I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. So Pop is the nepotism baby. And we get a new wing of the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events. An offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows. But either way, crowns and gowns, baby.
I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life.
Heck yeah, Miriam. A twist on a twist.
So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze.
Okay, doke.
The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who's arrived late to the dance.
Oh, his little suit. I actually think this would be such a cute group cosplay to do. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Wow, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Holy... In my heart, I was hoping for casual clothes. But I also was 1,000% ready to, like, for him to show up with the jacket on. Damn. Damn, he got the grandpa fit. I love it. Howdy, classmates. That actually, I'm wondering, yeah. Would she romance Clank? Who knows? Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. Oh, what a man, what a man, what a mighty fine man. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. My stomach is grumbling. I apologize if you can hear it on the mic. Ezapael, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Oh, off the top of my head, I don't know. Spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning. Just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Ezapael. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Yeah, for real, I'm like, man, I want some friggin' crispy ass fried chicken now. They did their job. They did their job with this game. We'll work together. Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. Damn. Can't even be business partners. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Damn. Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Man. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll in pastry school. Oh, my dear Ezapael, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. The actual end? Damn. The end, y'all. You know what? Yeah, let's enjoy this again. Yeah, the neutral ending, really. You know what, though? I successfully accomplished what I came out here to do. Well, actually, I did really want to find all 11 herbs and spices, but I probably have to play through a few times. I wanted to romance the man, and I did. We'll be romantic partners, just not business partners. And that's okay with me. Because I'll go be business partners with Miriam. And we'll open our own tiny food cafe. But that's that for now. Maybe possibly some future date, do some other endings. Or y'all can go get the game yourself and see what ending you get, because it is completely free.